Right, it started. Now let me quickly recall all the formulas. So the first formula we'll discuss about volumetric efficiency. Right now, so volumetric efficiency we can write in n number of ways, right? So we can write it as actual volume to the swept volume, right? Or we can write it as effective swept volume. Effective, all of you copy the formulas. Effective swept volume to the swept volume. Effective swept volume to the swept volume, or it is also written as free air delivery. Free air delivered to the swept volume. Okay, and effective swept volume is nothing but V1 minus V4 divided by swept volume. So like this we can write the formulas to calculate the volumetric efficiency. Effective swept volume is nothing but V1 minus V4. Swept volume is equals to, we'll write next formula how to calculate the swept volume. So here swept volume Vs is equals to pi by 4 d square into L. Can anyone tell me what are the units? What are the units?
Meter cubes.
It is, the units are meter cube per revolution of the crank. Swept volume, it is in terms of meter cube per revolution. Suppose if you want swept volume in terms of meter cube per minute, so what you need to do? You need to eliminate the revolution. You need to multiply with NW, where NW is equals to number of working strokes per minute. NW is equals to number of working strokes per minute. Number of working strokes in minutes, right now. So means NW is equals to N for single acting, if it is single acting air compressor, and NW is equals to 2N, because I'll tell you for double acting. For single acting, we know for one revolution of crank, for one revolution of the crank, we will get one working stroke or one delivery. Whereas for double acting, for one revolution we will get two deliveries. That is the reason NW is equals to N, where N is in RPM, right now. So it is in RPM, revolutions per minute. Already it is in revolution. Revolution will be cancelled. Therefore you will get units in terms of meter cube per minute. Means we can calculate swept volume in terms of meter cube per revolution or meter cube per minute. It depends upon the data given. It depends upon the units you required. You need to assume which formula you need to use. Sometimes I may use pi by 4 d square L. Sometimes I may multiply with N. It depends on the units required. Is it is clear? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Right. Next. Third one. Third formula, right? Clearance ratio. Clearance ratio. So it is denoted by symbol small k. So it is nothing but clearance volume to the swept volume. Swept volume is this one. Clearance volume Vc is equals to V3 also. Right now, again I can write volumetric efficiency in terms of clearance ratio 1 plus k minus k into, tell me, 1 plus k minus k into P2 by P1 whole power 1 by n. Power 1 by n, right? So how many ways we can write volumetric efficiency? 1, 2, 3, 4 ways I can write the formula to calculate the volumetric efficiency, right? So this derivation, the derivation of volumetric efficiency in terms of clearance ratio is also very, very important. Okay, so this is the clearance ratio. Next, fourth one, isothermal work. isothermal work. We are writing for the compression, okay, not for expansion. Isothermal work, W isothermal is equals to, if anyone knows, tell me. Okay.
N by N minus.
Isothermal, not polytropic. PV ln V1 by V2, or in terms of pressure ratio, PV ln P2 by P1. Isothermal compression work. Yes or no?
Yes.
Clear? Right. Next, if you know isothermal work, we can write isothermal power. So what are the units for work done? Tell me. It may be joules,
Joule.
Newton meter, or kilonewton meter. Newton meter or kilonewton meter means it may be Newton meter is the joules, or kilojoules. The units for work done may be either Newton meter or joule, or kilonewton meter or kilojoule, right? So once you know isothermal work, if I require isothermal power, how to calculate? What are the units for power?
1 by 10.
Yeah,
Watts.
watts, right? No? Means if you multiply work done into NW, what is NW again? What is NW?
Number of working strokes.
Number of working strokes again, right? No? Number of working strokes, it is in terms of rotations per minute. So I want in terms of second. Therefore, Newton meter per second. So that is joules per second. That is equals to watt. If you want kilowatt, you need to divide with 1000. Therefore, you will get the kilowatts. Means if you multiply work done with the number of working strokes, then you will get the power. Work done is in joules and power is in watts. Clear now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Next formula. All of you note down. I expected everyone is copying these formulas because to solve the problems, everything is required. Now, indicated work. Indicated work. It is also called as polytropic work. It is also called as polytropic work. So I am discussing for single acting, single stage only. Okay, so work, indicated work, or we can say actual work we are calling. So N by N minus 1 P1 V1 into P2 by P1 whole power N minus 1 by N minus 1. This is for single stage. This is a indicated work, polytropic work, right? Now, suppose if you want indicated power, how to calculate?
Multiply NW.
And multiplied by NW, very good. So W indicated work into number of working strokes in RPM divided by 60. Thereby you will get in terms of watt. Clear na? Indicated power also. Right. Next, one more thing. Mean effective pressure. So usually why we are calling it as mean effective pressure means, I told already the velocity of piston inside the cylinder is not uniform, right? So the moment it is changing its direction from TDC to BDC and BDC to TDC, its velocity is almost zero. Therefore, the piston is subjected to fluctuating velocity. Therefore, the air in contact with the piston is also subjected to fluctuating conditions. Therefore, the pressure is not uniform. Therefore, we are calling that pressure as mean effective pressure. So mean effective pressure can be calculated. So by dividing work done with swept volume. Work done is in Newton, swept volume is in meter cube. So work done is in Newton meter by meter cube. So that is pressure units only, Newtons per meter square. This is the
So
formula. Anything means it depends. Actual work only most of the times we will take. That is indicated work. That is indicated work.
Yes, sir.
Right now. Next we will see next formula. Ninth one, right? Now, isothermal efficiency. Isothermal efficiency is equals to, we can define in terms of work or in terms of power, isothermal work by indicated work, or we can define isothermal power divided by indicated power. Isothermal power divided by indicated power, right? Means what is meant by isothermal work? If the compression is carrying according to the law PV equal to constant, then the work is called isothermal work. And indicated work is if the compression is following according to the law PV power N is equals to constant. So this is according to the law PV is equals to constant. This is work done during isothermal process and this is work done during the polytropic process. Is it is clear? Isothermal efficiency formula.
Yes, sir.
Right. Next formula we have mechanical efficiency. Mechanical efficiency. Mechanical efficiency is defined as indicated power or indicated work. Indicated power divided by brake power. Indicated power by brake power. Brake power is nothing but shaft power. Brake power is also called as shaft power. This is the mechanical efficiency. Okay. Next we have then overall efficiency. Overall efficiency is nothing but the product of isothermal efficiency into mechanical efficiency, right now. So if you multiply these two, indicated power will be cancelled. Therefore you left with isothermal power divided by brake power or shaft power. Brake power or shaft power, right? So this overall efficiency is also called as efficiency of compressor. It is also called as efficiency of compressor. So this is about the single stage, right? Now we will go to the multi-stage or two-stage we will go, right? So work done during two-stage air compressor. With intercooling, right now, right? So W is equals to N by N minus 1 P1 V1 into P2 by P1 first stage pressure ratio N minus 1 by N plus second stage pressure ratio P3 by P2 whole power N minus 1 by N minus 2. This is the work done with intercooling, right now. If intercooling is perfect, what is the condition? Inlet temperature is equals to temperature after the intercooler. T1 is equals to T3. That is one condition for a perfect intercooling. Okay. And next one, condition for minimum work we derived. Condition for W minimum is equals to P2 is equals to under root P1 P3, or we can written as P2 by P1 is equals to P3 by P2. What is the meaning of this one? Pressure ratio per stage is equal or stage is same, right now. So if you substitute, you will get W minimum is equals to 2n by n minus 1 P1 V1 divided by P3 final pressure to the initial pressure whole power n minus 1 by 2n minus 1, right now. So in generalized way, we can write it as, all of you are copying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In generalized
Yes, sir.
form, we can write, let us say, x number of stages. For x number of stages, I can write W minimum is equals to xn divided by n minus 1 P1 V1 into Px plus 1 by P1 whole power n minus 1 by, yesterday I said it is 2n, it's not 2n, it is xn, where x is the number of stages. If there are two stages are there, what is the delivery pressure? P3 is the delivery pressure. If three stages are there, delivery pressure equals to P4, means plus 1 will be the delivery pressure. For two stages, P3 is the delivery pressure. For three stages, P4 is the delivery pressure. So these are the formulas we have. Any doubts in these formulas, please tell me. I'll explain. If you know these formulas, it is very easy to solve the problems. These are the formulas required to solve the problems. Any doubts in these formulas, please tell me. If not, we'll go to the problems.
Sir,
Yeah,
in the 10th formula,
10th form.
can we write the formula in terms of work?
Yeah, can you repeat? Yeah, if you are
In the
in the
in the
10th
10th
form
formula, can we write in terms of work?
here, but here actually we can write in terms of work also, but brake work we don't know. Maybe in the problem he will give shaft power or brake power. That is the reason I wrote in terms of power only, because
Okay.
brake
So
power will be
volumetric.
volumetric efficiency. Let me go to the first one.
So in terms of clearance ratios.
Yeah, volumetric efficiency in terms of clearance ratio written 1 plus k minus k into P2 by P1 whole power
So
n.
N stands for, sir? N stands for
N
in
is the
that equation.
polytropic index.
Okay, sir.
Polytropic index means according to law PV power 1.25 equal to constant. Let us assume where n is equals to 1.25. This value will be always less than 1.4. If it is 1.4, it will become adiabatic process. Means n value is
Okay,
n value is 1 less than n less than 1.4. Can I write like this? Means the n value is in between 1 and 1.4. Is it correct writing like this? N less than 1.4 but n greater than 1, correct only. Because if n is equals to 1, it will become isothermal. If n is equals to 1.4, it will become adiabatic. Means the n value will be in between 1 and 1.4. Others, do you have any doubts in these formulas? Please tell me. Though you are absent for earlier classes, if you know these problems, we can solve comfortably without any difficulty. Any formula, do you any doubt? So what is mean by P3 by P2? How to call P3 by P2?
delivery pressure to the
Means I can
intermediate
say
pressure.
pressure ratio in second stage. Is it okay? Pressure ratio in
Yes, sir.
second stage. Here P2 by P1 can be called as pressure ratio in first stage. Okay, so the condition for minimum work, what it says that the pressure ratio per stage is always equal. If there are n number of stages, P2 by P1, P3 by P2, P4 by P3, P5 by P4, in such a way, all pressure ratios can be equated. Means if you know suction pressure and delivery pressure, you can calculate intermediate pressure. Means out of these three, if you know any two, the rest of the pressure can be calculated by using this formula. Yeah, any other doubts? Any other doubts? Can I go to the problems?
Yes, sir.
Right. How many? 24 are there. Okay, we will do paint. Right. Is it readable? The problem. Problem number 1.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, sorry. I think I should keep somewhere and I can. Right. A single stage reciprocating air compressor. It is single stage. What is meant by single stage? If single stage, what is NW? NW is equals to
N, sir.
N. Right now, you should keep in mind for single stage, NW is equals to N. Takes air 1 meter cube per minute. Okay, na? So inlet volume is equals to 1 meter cube per minute. At pressure 1.013 bar, inlet conditions are given, volume, pressure as well as temperature at 15 degrees centigrade. Means P1, V1, T1 are known. And the delivery pressure is, it is P2. P2 is equals to 7 bar. Assuming the law of compression, PV power 1.35 equal to constant. Means N value is equals to 1.35 and clearance volume is negligible. VC is equals to 0. Yeah, here if you remember in previous formulas, I didn't consider the clearance volume. Let me give clarity here. In these formulas, right? So what is VC here? By considering VC equal to 0, agree? In the sixth formula I'm talking. In the sixth formula,
Yes, sir.
clearance volume is neglected. Suppose if you consider clearance volume, V1 will become V1 minus V4 if VC exists. Remember, okay? If clearance exists, this V1 is replaced by V1 minus V4. If there is no clearance, V1 is V1 only. Okay, that's what about the clearance volume. Where is my problem? Okay, it's gone.
Means suction start at V4, sir. At 4. If clearance volume exists.
Actual suction starts at V4.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no, actual means here. If you remember, the diagram will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Means this after a completion of this expansion, actual suction starts. But normally suction has to start here because this is VC and this is V1 minus V3. This is normal. What is this one? V1 minus V3 is the swept volume. Yes, sir. V1 minus V3 is the swept volume. Okay, but
yes.
Actual suction start here. This is V1 minus V4 is the effective swept volume. This is effective swept and V1 minus V3 is the swept volume. Here also where Vs is equals to V1 minus V3 swept volume, total volume minus clearance volume. Okay, that is also remember. Total volume minus clearance volume is the swept volume and effective swept is equals to V1 minus V4. Okay, let me directly share PDF, so we'll see how it will be. Can I write here? We'll see. Yeah, I can write. No issue. I'll directly. Is it is okay or shall I zoom? Now?
Yes,
Student?
okay, sir.
Now it's okay. Okay,
Okay,
right.
sir.
Okay. Now a single stage reciprocating air compressor, inlet volume is given, inlet pressure and inlet temperature, and delivery pressure is given, and law of compression is given, and clearance volume is 0. Calculate indicated power. Right now, so in order to calculate indicated power, what we need to do? First, we should calculate indicated work. Yes or no? W actual. Can anyone tell me what is the formula? PV power 1.35. Which process it is? Polytropic process, right now?
Polytropic.
Yeah. N by N minus 1.
P1 V1.
P1 V1 into P2 by P1 whole power N minus 1 by N minus. This formula is also equivalent to, if you remember, N by N minus 1 P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Yes or no? And this is also equivalent to n by n minus 1 mr into T2 minus T1. Depends upon the input data. You can choose any of these three formula. You will get same answer. Remember, these are all formulas to calculate indicated work only. In this, if I took P1 V1 common, I'll get this one by eliminating the volume ratio. It is there in the derivation part. Okay, right. We will see which formula is suitable for us. Okay, if I want to use this formula, is there any difficulty? Tell me. P1 is there, V1 is there, P2 is there, P1. Yeah, I can use this formula comfortably.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All the data is there right now, right? And P1 is there, V1 is also there. Okay. Right. Type and tell me. Actual, sorry, indicated work. Open the calculators. Open the calculators. W is equals to N is 1.35. N by 1.35 minus 1.35 into P1 value. So again, units you should convert, right? So 1 bar is equals to 10 power 5 in 1 Newton per meter square. 1 bar is equals to 1 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter square, means it is in SI unit. Okay. Similarly, 7 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter square. Always unit should be in SI unit. P1 means 1.013 into 10 power 5 into V1. V1 units are 1. I am converting into meter cube per second. 1 by 60 meter cube per second. So therefore it will be 1 by 60. This is P1 V1 into P2 value. So P2 by P1, 7 divided by 1.013 into 10 power 5 into 10 power 5 will be cancelled. Okay, no need not to write that one. And 0.35 divided by 1.35 minus 1. Simplify this one, you will get the work. Simplify this one. Use your calculator. Any doubt in conversion, ask me. So 1 bar is equals to 1 into 10 power 5 Pascal. 1 Pascal is equals to 1 Newton per meter square. One kg per centimeter square is given. Let us say we can convert into 1 into 10 divided by 10 power minus 4 meters square. This is Newton, means 10 power 5 Newton per meter square.
So 4,236.8 joules.
4,000.
236.8.
Yeah, 0.8. So let me check the units, because the volume is given in terms of second, right? So instead of indicated work, you may get direct indicated power. Based on the units, we can say right now. Let me balance the units first. Okay, first, what is the n by n minus 1? No units. What are the units for pressure we considered? Newton per meter square. P unit I am talking about. Then V unit, meter cube per second. Second, right now. And P2 by P1, no units. It is balanced, right now. Yes or no? There are no
Yes,
units
sir.
again. Yeah, meter square, Newton meter per second. Newton meter per second is nothing but joules per second, nothing but watt. Means the value you got, it is in terms of watts. So nothing but 4.236 kilowatt. This is the indicated power. What he got? 4.2. When the volume is
meter cube per minute, then we get power. If it is
we will
given
get,
in meter
that's
cube,
what.
we'll
That's what. If the volume is in meter cube per revolution, you will get indicated work. If the volume is in meter cube per time, you will get watt, that is power. Okay, now look here, I told these three formulas are same. We can use this formula 1, formula 2 and formula 3. Which formula we used? We used first formula. Yes or no? Students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but here if you see in the book, which formula he used? Look here, he calculated delivery temperature, then he used next formula MRT2 minus T1. Did he got same answer or not? Check it.
Yes, sir.
He also got
Yes,
same
sir.
answer, right? So depends upon your thinking, depends upon the data and our understanding, we can use any of the formula. It's not compulsory that we should use that formula or this formula. Any formula we can use, right now. Even you can see here, this formula can also be used. This formula we can also be used, right? How to use? What is unknown here in order to use this formula? N value is known to you. P1, V1 is known to you. P2, V2 we don't know, right now. Can anyone tell me how to calculate V2? So we know that P1, V1 power 1.35 is equals to P2, V2 power 1.35, right? So from this V2 by V1 power 1.35 is equals to P1 by P2, right now. So P1 by P2 is 1.0135 divided by 7. So therefore V2 is equals to V1 into 1.013 divided by 7 whole power 1 by 1.35. And V1 value is known, and if you substitute, you will get the V2. Then see, no problem, we can use the second formula also. Any formula can be used. Clear this first problem? This is a basic problem. Students?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next, we'll go to the next problem. Right. An air compressor cylinder has a 150 mm bore, 150 mm stroke. What is bore? Bore is nothing but diameter of the cylinder. Bore is the diameter of the cylinder, and stroke is the length, stroke length of the cylinder. Okay, right. So this is the diameter of, I can assume it as a piston or cylinder, both are same. It may be diameter of piston or it may be diameter of the cylinder, and clearance is 15%. You can see VC is equals to 15% of always clearance volume is measured in terms of swept volume. Okay, right? So because clearance is part of the swept volume, so clearance is equals to 15% of the swept volume. It operates between 1 bar, 27 degree and 5 bar. Means P1 is given, yes or no? P1 is 1 bar, T1 is 27 degrees centigrade, and P2 is equals to 5 bar. And the polytropic index N value is equals to 1.3. This is the data given. Okay, right. So what is asking? Cylinder volume at various salient points in the cycle and flow rate in meter cube per minute at 720 rpm. Speed is also given. N is equals to 720 rpm and volumetric efficiency is right now. So first what you need to do, draw the figure so that you will come to know, because he's asking volume at all the points, means volume at all the points we need to calculate. Means first you should know PV diagram. So here clearance is considered, therefore one, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the compression. 2 to 3 is the delivery. 3 to 4 is the expansion. 4 to 1 is the suction, right? Means he is asking volume at all the points, but he has given already V1 is given. No, he has not at all given right now. So this is the data given, diameter is given, and he converted into SI unit because mm is given. 1 mm is 10 power minus 3 meter, right? And VC is given, P1, P2, T1, and N is given right now. So we need to calculate volume at all the points, right? So for that, what we need to do? So from equation of state, P1 V1 is equals to MRT1. P1 V1 is equals to MRT1, right now, right? So from this, R is what is the value of R? It is the gas constant right now. For air, what is the value of R?
0.
0.8.
0.287.
0.287 kilojoules per kg Kelvin. Okay, na? 0.287 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, right? Now, so here P1 is there, P2 is there, and V1, V2 we don't know, right now. And mass is not given. We can assume unity, and T1 is given P1. So from this we can calculate V1. Okay, so V1 can be calculated like this, or he has given bore and stroke, you can see, right now. So diameter is given, stroke length is given. So how to calculate swept volume? Vs is equals to pi by 4 d square into L. If you do this one, you will get in terms of meter cube per revolution, and if you multiply with N, you will get meter cube per minute. You'll get meter cube per minute. So you did like this, means Vs is there. So what is the total volume or swept volume is equals to total volume minus clearance volume. Clearance volume is there, and if you know swept volume, because Vc is given as 15% of swept volume, 15 by 100 into Vs. Vs is there.
Sir.
Therefore, tell me.
15%. Why we are taking for swept volume, sir?
Because here in the problem, the clearance is 15% is given. Clearance volume is 15%, means always clearance volume is represented in terms of swept volume only, because if you see, this is the cylinder and this is the piston, and from here to total is normally swept volume, but due to this clearance, this is the remaining swept volume, means this clearance is percentage of swept volume only. Okay, always clearance volume is represented in terms of swept volume only. That is the reason 15% of Vs I am taking. Okay, actually strictly speaking, he has to mention clearance volume is 15% of stroke volume or swept volume, one and same. He has to mention strictly speaking, but he didn't mention
Sir,
here.
Then you wrote another formula, sir, below.
Which
V
one?
swept volume to V1 minus V clearance.
Yes.
This V1 means total volume, sir. So
V1 is total volume.
not,
V1 is total volume or inlet volume.
Then total volume is equal to swept volume, sir.
Total volume is equals to swept volume plus clearance volume, na? Because look here, from here to here it is clearance, from here to here it is swept volume. This is the total volume, V total. Total is equals to clearance plus swept volume. From here to here total volume, this total volume is combination of clearance plus swept. Or from the graph also, from this is TDC, this is BDC. This is the total volume. Till here it is clearance volume. Till here it is swept volume. This is V total. This is V swept. This is V clearance. So V total is equals to V clearance plus V swept.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So from this now calculate Vs. You calculate and tell me. Pi by 4 d square into L into N, where N is equals to 720 RPM. It should be in minute only. Diameter is given in mm, convert into meters by multiplying with 10 power minus 3. And stroke length is also given, so that you will get the swept volume. Once you know swept volume, you can calculate clearance volume also in terms of swept volume. Thereby you will get the V1 value. So V1 is equals to swept plus clearance. So this is the V1 value. Any doubt in this simplification, please tell me. This is very important, multiplying with N. If it is double acting, it will be 2 times the N. If it is single acting, it is 1 times the N. Please respond. Is it okay? V1.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, once you know V1, V2 can be calculated easily, because P1 V1 power N value how much given? 1.3. 1.3 is equals to P2 V2 power 1.3. So V2 is equals to V1 into P1 by P2 whole power 1 divided by 1.3. So V1 value just now we got 2.1948 divided by P1 by P2. P1 is how much? 1. P2 is 5. 1 by 5. 1 by 5 whole power 1 by 1.3. So you will get V2 also in terms of meter cube per minute. Yeah, the same formula used. So if you do, you will get V2 is equals to 0.6366. Anybody want to check? They can check. By using this formula, you will get V2. Please operate and tell me. Operation of calculator is very, very important. And next will be V3. So V3 is nothing but VC only. That is VC is equals to 15 by 100 into VS. V3 is equals to VC, that is 15% of VS. Like that we can calculate V3. Again V4 can be normal formula only, like V2 how we calculated, we can calculate V4. So now we calculated V1, V2, V3 and V4. Any doubt in calculating volumes? Please respond.
No, sir.
Right. Next, what is asking? That is the first bit is over. Clear and cylinder volumes at all points of the cycle. Next, flow rate in meter cube per minute at 720 RPM and speed is 720 RPM. What is the flow rate is asking, right now? Right now. So here volumetric efficiency, because clearance ratio is there, right? So VC is equals to 15 by 100 of VS. So VC by VS can be called as K, that is equals to 0.15, right? So N value is known to you, that is 1.3 N value is given, it has 1.3 N value, and P2 P1 is 1 bar, P2 is equals to 5 bar. So therefore we can calculate volumetric efficiency by using this formula, 1 plus K minus K into P2 by P1 whole power 1 by N. So by using this we will get the volumetric efficiency. So volumetric efficiency can be written as free air delivered divided by swept volume. Free air delivered by swept volume, right now? Right. So here we got volumetric efficiency from this formula and swept volume is there. Therefore, we can calculate flow rate. Flow rate is nothing but free air delivery. You'll get in terms of meter cube per minute. So in order to get meter cube per minute, swept volume should be in meter cube per minute. Here same procedure. K is calculated. Yeah, here if you see, this value need not to calculate because directly it should be 0.15 almost, because in the problem he has given clearance is 15% of swept volume. He calculated clearance separately and swept volume separately, again divide. Need not to do this one right now. Directly VC is 15% of VS. So from that I can write 0.15 directly K value. Okay. And we got 63.3, that is the volumetric efficiency. Then the formula for volumetric efficiency is free air delivered by swept volume, and we required flow rate is the free air delivery, that is the 1.2 meter cube per minute. Is this problem is clear? Please ask me. Compulsory from this unit, one derivation and one problem will come.
Sir, can you once explain second bit?
Which one?
Second bit.
Second bit, right? Second bit, what he is asking? He is asking flow rate. He is asking flow rate in terms of meter cube per minute. Okay, now right. Now here, in order to calculate the flow rate, so what we are doing? First, we are calculating volumetric efficiency. So volumetric efficiency it can be calculated n number of ways as we see. So these are the formulas to calculate the volumetric efficiency. So volumetric efficiency can be calculated actual volume by swept volume. He is asking flow rate is nothing but the actual volume only. Okay, or effective swept by swept or free air delivery by swept volume. I am using this formula, right? So in this formula, swept volume is known and free air delivery is not known, right? Again, volumetric efficiency is not known. So what I am doing, I am calculating volumetric efficiency by using this formula 1 plus k minus k into P2 by P1 whole power 1 by n. This formula is known to us already. All the data is available from this volumetric efficiency is known. That is equals to free air delivered to the swept volume. This is the swept volume is known to us. Volumetric efficiency is calculated. So therefore, FAD is equals to volumetric efficiency multiplied by swept volume. You will get in terms of meter cube per minute. And third bit is anyhow is asking volumetric efficiency. Indirectly we calculated volumetric efficiency.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me, any doubts? Dear students, tell me, very, very important. Application of the formula is important. You know the formula, but you should know when to use that formula. That is important. Any other doubt, please tell me. If not, I will go to the next problem. Students, tell
No,
me.
sir.
No, right now. Next, third problem. Calculate the diameter and stroke. He is asking D as well as L for double acting. For double acting, NW is equals to 2 times the N. Number of working strokes equals to 2 into N. For double acting, reciprocating air compressor of 50 kilowatt. So indicated power is given 50 kilowatt. By you seeing the units, we can say 50 kilowatts is the power developed by the compressor and having induction pressure. Induction is nothing but suction. Induction is nothing but suction. Inlet pressure is given and it is not 150, it may be 15 degree because 150 inlet is not possible. Let me see what he considered. Temperature. He not even considered. Okay, it is wrong. It is 15 degree only. Okay, it is 15 degree centigrade. The law of compression is PV power 1.2 equal constant. The delivery pressure is 500 kilonewton and the revolutions per second N value is given 1.5 revolutions per second. If you want revolution per minute, 1.5 into 60, it is revolutions per minute. So you will get around how much? 90 RPM. Capital N is equals to 90 RPM. So mean piston speed, yeah, very, very important. What is mean by mean piston speed? Okay, so we are calling mean means you know the reason why we are calling mean, right? Now, so what is mean by piston speed? Yeah, I want to explain something here, right? Piston speed. All of you pay your attention, right? Can you tell me what is the volume of air discharged during for one stroke or for one revolution? Volume of air discharged. Volume of air discharged per revolution.
V swept.
Volume of air discharged.
VS.
It is nothing but area into length, right? That is the volume.
Yes, sir.
Shift volume.
Swept volume, right? A into L. Right. Now I want volume. Is it is clear? Area into length is nothing but swept volume only. Now volume of air discharged per minute. Please tell me. Volume of air discharged per minute. You should answer this. You know volume of air discharged per revolution. I want per minute.
Multiplied with
NW. NW. Yes or no? Right? So AL into N for single acting. AL into 2N for double acting. Okay, right? Now here it is single acting or double acting? It is double acting here given. It is double acting, right? So therefore, discharge per minute is given. What is discharge? Discharge is nothing but area into velocity. Yes or no? Discharge is nothing but area into velocity. It is nothing but 2AL into N. Please answer.
Yes,
right? So discharge is nothing but area into velocity. Therefore, velocity is equals to this area can be cancelled 2 into L into N for double acting and L into N for single acting. Very, very important. You don't find this formula in any book. I'm telling you, this formula you'll study in hydraulics books also. In hydraulic machinery, there you will study about reciprocating pumps. He will write directly mean piston speed is 2ln, mean piston speed is ln, but he won't derive all those things. Please keep in mind whenever you are studying, you won't know in no textbook. I searched 5 to 6 textbooks. I didn't find this directly. They are writing directly ln or 2ln. Right? How it came? You should know this is the procedure. Is it clear? How to calculate the mean piston velocity? This is called mean piston velocity or mean piston speed.
sir, how you got area into velocity?
Area into actually mass flow rate, right now. So mass flow rate. What is the mass flow rate or continuity? You are in second year, right? Okay. Generally, discharge is nothing but area into velocity because discharge is in meter cube per time. Discharge is nothing but tap is there. Okay. Not only tap, any device. Okay. Let us, for example, let us take a tap. Right. You open the tap in 1 minute time. How many liters of water you are getting? That is nothing but the discharge of this particular tap. Here in case of our air compressor, per minute how much volume of air we are getting discharge. That is nothing but the discharge. Discharge is nothing but area multiplied by the velocity. Okay.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
So right. So what is required here? Calculate the diameter and stroke, right now. So the data in indicated power is given based on units, right? Inlet pressure, inlet temperature. Yeah, it is 15 degree, not 150 degree. And N value is given, delivery pressure is given, and 1.5 RPS. If you convert, it will be 90 RPM. And mean piston speed directly has taken 2 into ln. This is the way to get 2 ln for double acting. Okay, so 2 ln is equals to 150 meter cube per minute right now, right? So why is calling it is minute means here is taking n in RPM. If it takes n in RPS, it will be meters per second. Okay, now directly you will get L value. You can see because n is known to you, so L is equals to 150 divided by 2n. Getting or not? Directly you will get the stroke length. L is equals to 150 divided by 2L. So we'll get the L value that is equals to 0.8. That is the stroke length of the piston. Next we require bore, right now. So we know that indicated power is equals to indicated work into number of working strokes, and number of working strokes are 2n for double acting. I discussed already. So NW is equals to 2 into this value, that is 180 RPM, and work done per cycle formula is known to you. Okay, so this work done formula is known to you, and you know indicated power. Indicated power is equals to indicated work done into NW. The NW is 2n divided by 60. Right now. So by using that, In this, what is unknown here? Diameter is unknown, right? If you write the formula, P1 is known, V1 is known, right now, P2, V2 is known, right now, right? So here, where V1 is nothing but pi by 4 d square into L, pi by 4 d square into L, where d is the unknown. From this, we calculated d value. That's it. Okay. Any
So
doubt in
clearance
this?
is neglected, sir.
Clearance is he didn't talk about clearance here. Nowhere clearance is mentioned. By default, clearance is 0. If is specified in the problem, then we need to consider. Otherwise, it will be 0. Nowhere clearance is given. If clearance is given, then here instead of V1, we will write V1 minus V4.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right. So we are running out of the time.